Hi there, artists. My name is Mrs. Hewitt, and I'm the art teacher at Wallace. I want to welcome you to my art studio. Today we're going to be exploring two different topics. The first one is, why do artists create artwork in the first place? And is it possible, which is the second piece, that they are creating artwork to communicate their daily life? What do they do every day? So we're going to go back and look at something that we really aren't going to get an answer for, which is a type of artwork that was created a long, long time ago, like 65,000 years ago, or maybe a little bit less time, like 40,000 years ago. That's like your grandma's grandma. That's a long time ago. In the date of what we'll call cavemen, we're going to look at some cave paintings, and we're going to check out how they communicated their daily life. Let's check it out.
Woolly mammoths, steppe bison, and other large mammals once roamed alongside people across Eurasia. Tens of thousands of years later, we may have a glimpse into this Ice Age world through the cave art left behind by early humans. The majority of cave art depicts animals that humans would have encountered or hunted during the Ice Age, such as mammoths, horses, lions, aurochs, and deer. Some human figures and other symbols have also been discovered. Cave paintings were mostly created with red or black pigments made from rocks. Some artworks were painted directly onto cave walls, while some were first engraved into the stone with tools. Occasionally, the artists would follow the natural contours of the stone walls to accentuate an animal's features. Ever since the late 1800s, people have debated the meaning and purpose of cave art. Some scholars think cave paintings were created by shamans who would go deep into caves and enter a trance-like state, drawing animals they encountered in the spirit world. Symbols repeated across artworks may indicate that those symbols had agreed-upon meanings among the artists. Thus, perhaps cave art also represents the earliest form of graphic communication.
So we're going to try to think like a caveman for a second. Now, they had graphic communication. So do we. Ours happens to be A, B, and C, and all the letters that come out after that. Now, if we put those together, like if we have a D, an O, and a G, those connect together to make words that we know, which is dog. Now, they didn't really have that because they didn't go to school, so they had to formulate their own simple pictures that would be understandable to anybody. If they, for example, made a U, came down and around and made another shape, add another U to the other side and connected it, maybe added a little dot and some triangles, we start to see things that we recognize and we go, hey, I think that might be a dog. You come around, add a little bit of a tail, a little couple of U's at the bottom, and we have a picture that anybody would recognize as a dog, whether they went to school or not. Here are a few of the symbols the cave painters used. In reality, cave paintings could have been created for a variety of reasons. Was it a shaman trying to capture the spirits of animals so that they could become better hunters? Was it just for enjoyment? But what I do know is that art is created to communicate something. This helps us understand how they lived in their daily life as it illustrates that.
So as we illustrate our daily life today, we're going to think kind of like a cave painter. Now, a cave painter had one surface to work on, a cave. Now, we don't have a cave to work on, but we might find something that's kind of similar, where I'm going to start first. Maybe a sidewalk, a driveway, maybe you even have a cardboard box that's big enough that you can get in and you can kind of immerse yourself like a cave. Now, I don't have a big cardboard box that's big enough to fit me in, so instead what I found were things in my recycling bin. I found a cereal box that I cut open and I was able to find a surface that reminded me of the color of a cave. But that's not where I'm going to go. I actually found one that's going to get a little bit bigger, more like a cave painting, and that is a brown paper bag. Once I cut this one open, it's going to have the same color as that cereal box, but it's going to be a little bit bigger. Now let me share with you some of the materials I'm going to use today.
Everything cave painters used came from the earth, so they were neutral colors like browns, blacks, grays, and whites. They used things like white chalk and red clay and yellow clay, sometimes stone, even charcoal, which comes from burnt wood.
So when it comes to materials, you can absolutely use anything that you want. I have my surface here ready. I have pulled out the neutral crayons. I have something called Conte, which is just another kind of chalk. You can use just a pencil if you want to, or I also have drawing chalk, and I was going to pull out the brown and the black from here because those are the colors that are your neutrals. Remember, neutrals are brown, black, gray, and white. Do you have to use just those colors? Absolutely not. It's your story. tell or illustrate your daily life however you want to. Let's get started.
As I start to think like a cave painter, I really try to think about really simple shapes and forms. Circles and ovals and rectangles. How can I keep it as simple as possible in illustrating my daily life? When I think about my everyday life, I think about really simple things that I do from a day-to-day basis. I read books with my son, I paint pictures and create art, I use Hot Wheels and play, I love my dog Dash. I also have a family with my husband, my son, and myself, and then my dog Dash. I really just want to think about what do I do every day.
So artists create for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's, I have a brand new art material and I can't wait to get it down on paper, to expressing your feelings, like I'm feeling super happy today or I'm feeling kind of bummed out. So I want to just get those down and get rid of them. To, like what we learned today, of sometimes artists just need to share their daily lives and illustrate it in some way. Cave painters put it down on cave walls. You put it down on some sort of paper or cardboard or whatever you found to illustrate your daily life, and share it with the people around you. Now, don't forget to also share it with your art teachers on Seesaw. Place it in that art folder. I hope you had fun creating with me today. Bye, guys.